my name is Oksana Aguilar. I am part of EcoEnterprises Fund, an impact investment fund with over 20 years of experience in sustainable business investments in Latin America. Today, I'm going to briefly explain what a green entrepreneur is according to EcoEnterprises Fund's perspective. So many years ago, business activities involved selling goods and services just to make a profit. These traditional businesses may care for the well-being of their staff or the environmental impact as long as it affects their production processes and sales with a direct impact on their profits. While there are businesses that only care for the profits, there has been an evolution over the past 20-30 years, and now we see businesses that go way beyond profit motivation. We see businesses with a major purpose that could be social or environmental, or both. It is important to note, though, that financial viability is a must in all businesses, including those with a social or environmental motivation. Without this basic precondition, any businesses can survive. With economic growth during the past years, natural resources have been overexploited and degraded in detriment of many populations. With the rise of social and environmental awareness, a new concept is integrated with some business models. We are talking about sustainability. Businesses are sustainable when they do not exploit resources or people to improve profit margins. A sustainable business balances the economic, social, and environmental benefits of the business as part of its core business objective. Sustainability is then crucial for any green entrepreneurship. When we talk about green entrepreneurship, we can find many definitions, but most of them coincide that a green business model addresses an environmental or social issue, such as climate change, restoration of ecosystems, support local communities, among others. There may be different branches of green entrepreneurship, for example, businesses that focus on climate change or renewable energy. For EcoEnterprises Fund, a green business should have the following characteristics. Incorporate principles of sustainability into its business decisions and actively monitor them. Green businesses make a commitment to environmental principles and its business operations. This could often be detailed in a sustainability or environmental policy. Green businesses make efforts to reduce resource use, such as energy, water, materials, and replenish, enhance, or substitute an environmental resource that is used by the business. For example, replanting trees, enhancing soil fertility, using renewable energy, etc. Green businesses clearly identified any potential environmental and social risks and try to minimize them through better practices and corrective actions. Employ low impact or minimal disturbance methods, maintain biodiversity, husband organic or soil resources, limit the use of chemicals, and support buffer areas of natural habitats. Green businesses fully comply with national and local labor laws, which include payment of fair wage and health insurance coverage. If possible, exceed the labor regulation and provide additional benefits, which are not necessarily tied to economic compensation, such as good work-life, flexible schedules, training opportunities, among others. Comply with the International Labor Organization's regulations and standards, including Indigenous and Tribal Peoples Convention. Green businesses have strong commitment to non-discrimination and encourage gender equality. And green businesses usually distribute benefits equitably across the value chain. They source with respect, sustainably, and support local suppliers, for example, providing technical assistance or supporting certification processes. Maximize the social benefits of the business, for example, by employing marginalized groups, providing additional care instruments such as health campaigns, or support local NGOs or foundations. In addition to these characteristics, we also count with the Sustainable Development Goals, which are the global objectives to achieve a more sustainable world. These goals address the major challenges we face as humanity, such as climate change, environmental degradation, inequality, poverty, peace, and justice. No doubt, a green business should also contribute to these goals. Counting with a lean and effective environmental framework is key in green businesses. At EcoEnterprises Fund, we value those enterprises who have a comprehensive environmental and social management system. It doesn't need to be complicated, but should be clearly reflect the company's environmental and social commitments, which are usually contained in the environmental and social policies, a set of key environmental and social metrics, which should be aligned with the company's environmental and social mission or motivation, the staff dedicated to environment and social monitoring, the tools developed and available for capturing the metrics and evaluate performance. And of course, it also should reflect a good communication and reporting strategy. Lastly, there are many certification programs that help companies distinguish themselves as green or sustainable. For instance, organic certifications, fair trade, forest stewardship council certification for all activities associated with forestry, the marine stewardship council for those activities related to marine fisheries, non-GMO, kosher, just to mention a few. These kinds of certification usually provide access to certain markets and in some cases may help increase the company's customer base. But most importantly, certifications help companies to improve and validate its process towards a more sustainable product or service. However, a certification process may not be affordable for the early business stage. But there are many standards that are available for free that can be used in preparation for a formal process. In conclusion, green entrepreneurship is becoming more common nowadays, not only because there is a greater environmental and social awareness, but also because going green is the only way to do business if we want to preserve the planet. As you can see, green entrepreneurship implies a real compromise to environmental and social good practices. It requires additional effort and dedication, but it's the right way to do business, and it feels good. That's all for me now. Thank you very much for your attention and wish you a great green business start.